welcome back and welcome to my channel. Happy Bookmas Day 5. In today's video, I thought we'd do something that's kind of Christmassy, kind of not, kind of sports romancy. I was going to say kind of not, but it definitely is. We're going to be reading ice hockey books for a week. I know, I'm a sucker for an ice hockey romance. I am. These are the 3 that I'm going to be reading. Let's talk about them very quickly. So, the first book we are going to be reading, which I've already started, but we'll kind of get into that in a bit, is Breaking Point by Mads Rafferty. This is a indie ice hockey bromance. In this book, we are fake dating. It's like assistant fake dating. There's like a deep backstory with our MMC and our FMC. We have very upsetting, traumatic backstories with our characters. I'm very, very, very excited to continue reading this. But this is book 1 that we are reading in this vlog. And then I don't know what order I'm going to read the next 2, but we have Unsteady by Peyton Corrine. This is a ice hockey romance. I don't know too much, but I think he is in his last year playing hockey for university. I think he's a captain. And I think maybe something happened and he's like nervous to skate again. And she skates as she's drowning in debt and custody hearings for her brothers. She is a figure skater that has a bad reputation and is known for it. I'm very, very excited, very intrigued to read this. This is one of the books we will be reading. And the third book that we will be reading is Face Off by Chelsea Curto. This is another indie ice hockey book. I think this may be being trad published based on the fact that they've taken them off of Amazon right now. I think we are going to get a trad publish, or maybe it's already been announced, I don't know. I obviously haven't read this book, so I don't follow the author or anything, but this is Face Off, so this is book 1 in the DC Stars series. And honestly, I don't know a lot about this, but it looks like they're both hockey players, which is very intriguing. I feel like I've not read an ice hockey romance where both of them are ice hockey players. It says she's wanted a spot on the roster since she became a professional hockey player. And he is the best player in the league, but he's never had a winning record. I think they have a one-night stand. So, I don't know. I'm very excited and very intrigued to read this one. I know a lot of people love both of these, and I think this book hasn't come out too long, but I've heard very, very good reviews about all of these books. So I'm very, very intrigued to see my thoughts in all of them. I love an ice hockey romance, especially in the winter time. I think it's perfect, and as we're filming Bookmas, this is what we're going to be reading. So let me give you a little talk about where I am in Breaking Point. So I've decided to start Breaking Point. I actually started Breaking Point a couple of months ago, but I was in a reading slump. I put it down, I read some other books, and I'm now coming back to it. And I've read about 50 pages since coming back to it, and I didn't forget anything that happened. I knew everything that happened, so I didn't have to go back and read. I think about 60 pages was about how far I was in. We are following our 2 main characters, Grayson and Bella, and Grayson is the ice hockey star. I think he might be captain. No. But he is grieving a family member's death, which has caused him to not get very good publicity. He has not been very good. He's been drinking. He's like slacked on his training a little bit. And then we have Bella, whose mother has cancer, and she has taken on the role as his assistant to pay her mother's medical bills. But her mother's health gets worse, and she has no other choice but to get more money than what she is already being paid to fake date him, because he needs it to be able to stay on his hockey team. So that's kind of where I'm at. Honestly, so that's what it says on the back of the book. I think I'm just behind what it says on the back of the book, because she's not agreed yet, but like I know she's gonna, like literally in the next chapter. but I'm now on page 114, which is chapter 15. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying Bella and Grayson. One of our side characters that I'm also really enjoying is Grayson's best friend Kieran. I'm really enjoying him. I think he's funny. I'm liking him. But I'm really enjoying how it's kind of going, and I'm very intrigued to see where we're going to keep going with this story. But yeah, so this is what we're going to read. I'm hoping to at least read a little bit more tonight, but I mean, we'll see. Let's get on to the actual video of me reading some books. So, I have a reading update. I finished Breaking Point by Maz Rafferty. So I really enjoyed this. I really liked our characters, the storyline, like the whole way through. I gave this a 4.5, which is pretty good. Yeah, so this is the first book in the Ice Hawk series. I know there's going to be at least another one, but I think at least 2 more. I feel like I remember her saying something like that. But I really enjoyed this book. So in this book, I didn't really talk about it, but I know I did say that her mum is dealing with cancer, he is dealing with the grief of his brother, and they do just come together in the perfect way, and eventually they're like, we know. Like, he's like, this has never been fake. And she's like, no, I'm just your assistant. And he's like, no, this has never been fake. And I just had the best time. I cried, I laughed, I kicked and giggled my feet. I had the best time. I loved our characters. I loved Grayson and I loved Bella, and them together was like perfect. I had a really nice time with this. So now I'm gonna go on and read what's it called? Unsteady by Peyton Corrine, and I'll keep you updated on how that goes. Let's hope it's a good one, so then we can keep with the good theme, but we'll see. Let's go start Unsteady. Okay, slight reading update. Ignore the lying. I'm literally in bed. Literally. But I'm reading Unsteady now by Peyton Corrine. And have some thoughts, and they're not very good ones. Honestly, I think I'm a bit bored. I don't know whether, like, it could be the fact that this is like my 3rd ice hockey book in a row, technically, but it could also be the fact that this book is kind of just icking me out a little bit. They keep talking about being small and keep talking about, she's like, we've got a deal, you don't ask questions and I don't ask questions about your life. And I'm like, I'm literally 50 pages in, and they're already like, oh my god, like, I leant forward to kiss him, I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, we're 50 pages in. Like, we have no background. You don't know each other. It's feeling a bit like insta-lovey, and then there's going to be like a 3rd act breakup vibe. And it's not my favourite part. I mean, we'll see. I'm going to read what I can tonight, and we'll just see. But like, even if I don't enjoy this, it's making me more excited to read Face Off next. And like, just hope that one's going to hit, because I don't think this one's going to hit. It has not been long since I spoke to you, but I'm now just over 100 pages in, and I'm not going to lie, still not having the best time. Normally I give romance books a less of a time. Normally, like fantasy books, I give like 150 pages, and if I'm not enjoying them by then, I DNF. I'm going to give this book another 50 pages. I'm going to give it to page 150, and if I'm still not enjoying it and still feeling the same as I am now, I don't really like our characters. I feel like the plot there's not really a plot, but there kind of is a plot, but there's not really, and I feel like the romance very insta-lovey, not convincing me. I don't think there's a lot of depth to the story. This is just obviously all personal. Obviously everyone has different opinions, and reading is so subjective, and this is just my thoughts on this book. There's books that I love that you guys won't love, there's books that I won't like that you guys love, and that's that. But yeah, I'm going to give it 50 more pages, and I'll update you to see whether we are DNFing this book or not. So, I don't have another book to read, so, well, obviously I have Face Off, but I don't have another ice hockey book. that I could potentially read in this video. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm going to give it 50 pages and I'll talk to you in 50 pages time. Okay, another 50 pages later. I'm officially DNFing this book. I think I said kind of what I want to say about it in the last clip, apart from the other thing is it's gone from like 0 to like smut in like maybe like 70 pages, and I'm like, I'm only 150 pages in. I feel like we should not. And they're like, okay, friends with benefits. Also, that is not my favourite trope. Probably one of my least favourite tropes. Is actually the reason that I didn't love people watching by Hannah Bone Young is because of the friends and benefits. I'm not a fan of that trope. Personally, I'm not a fan of this book. So, I'm gonna DNF this. And we're gonna read Face Off. Hello! I thought I'd do a little reading update on Face Off by Chelsea Curte. So I ended up starting this, not last night. No, I started this yesterday morning and I am now on page 293. I think I got to page like 130 last night and I was really enjoying it, and then this morning I've gone ahead and read like another like nearly 200 pages and I'm still really enjoying it. So in this book we are following our main characters, Emerson and Maverick, and Emerson is a girl in the NHL and Maverick is the captain for the team. So basically they're kind of, it's like a rivals to lovers kind of situation, but they kind of get to know each other, and then we do have a friends of benefits situation, which if you know my last clip, I literally said I really don't like friends of benefits. I'm still like in the same boat, like I really don't enjoy friends of benefits, but I feel like there's a deeper meaning behind this friends of benefits, and like you can kind of tell that they kind of are liking each other but they don't really know, and so I'm liking this one. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. So I'm really enjoying our characters, I'm enjoying the storyline. There's not much of a storyline, but it's there, and obviously the romance is very there. This is definitely spicy. If you want a spicy book, this is spicy. If you don't want spice, you could skip it, to be honest with you, but there is obviously friends and benefits, so it is brought up quite a lot, to be honest with you. But I have about 130 pages left. I'm going to try and finish it tonight after work. I'm going to try and read it as much as I can this morning before I leave in like an hour, and then we're going to have to see how we do. But yeah, I'm on chapter 35. I really like Emmy. She's a very fierce, she's like, I want to be that girl in the NHL because I want girls to know that they can play professional sports like these men. And I'm like, you go girl, you go girl. So yeah, I'm having a really, really nice time with it. And I'm gonna sit and read a bit more now. And I'll probably talk to you when it's done, because I'll probably be done very soon. When the first line of the next chapter is, I'm not a violent guy, when her ex shows up. Today though, I'm on a warpath. Yeah you are, yeah you are. Ignore the lighting, but it's time. It's the time of the video everyone hates or loves. It's time to talk about my reads. So first of all, I did end up finishing Face Off by Chelsea Curte. I really enjoyed this. I had a really good time. I think I settled on like a 4-star rating. I really, really enjoyed this. I thought I really enjoyed our characters. I enjoyed the way the story went. It was a bit spicier than I thought it would be, but it's not the end of the world, and I do really want to continue the series. Honestly, I'm trying to find a way that I can read at least book 2 as well as film and read for Bookmas. I'm trying to find out a way that I can do that. I did really enjoy this. I really enjoyed our characters, the plot, everything. Yeah, 4 stars, really enjoyed it. So let's talk about the 3 books I read. Obviously we started off by reading Breaking Point by Maz Rafferty. This is the first book in the Ice Hawk series. I definitely would recommend. This was like a 4.5. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed our characters, Grayson and Bella. I really enjoyed the like hockey team dynamic. I really enjoyed the like girlfriend dynamic, and I really enjoyed like the plot. I thought this was a deeper ice hockey, which I really like when sometimes the books have a bit of a deeper storyline. I really enjoyed this, and I would 100% recommend this if you want an ice hockey romance. It's got a bit of a deeper theme, but also we're supporting indie authors here, so 4.5. And then we actually have one that I technically didn't read, which is Unsteady by Peyton Cora, and I thought I was going to really enjoy this book, and I ended up DNFing it at page 153, which is chapter 19. This book just felt so bleh for me. I didn't really have a chance to bond with the characters or anything like that. I feel like we went from 0 to them being friends with benefits to them in like 2.5 seconds. I feel like it felt very fast, and it wasn't like it was insta-lovey because they weren't in love, but it went really fast. And like, I think I was saying this in my clip when I was talking about Face Off. In that book they are also friends with benefits, but you had the build up before, and this just didn't have that, so I didn't even care for the characters yet. It just, yeah, it completely put me off. I DNF'd this. Sorry to the people that love this book, it's just not for me. And then obviously we read Face Off by Chelsea Curto, which obviously I just said I really enjoyed. Obviously, like I said, this did have a friends with benefits situation, but we already knew our characters enough that it didn't bother me, and you could tell that they were like doing it. You could tell that there was something there between them, rather than in Unsteady I felt there was no chemistry between our characters, and I was just like, why are you doing this? But this, really good. I really enjoyed this, 4 stars. So in this video we technically read 2 books, and we did end up obviously DNFing one, which I don't love to DNF books. It does not happen very often, but when it does, sometimes it just happens. But nevertheless, I really enjoy reading ice hockey romances. I'm still going to keep reading them, and I definitely, these 2 series that we started, the Ice Hawk series and the DC Stars series, I will be continuing / when the next book comes out in the Ice Hawk series / when I have the time to continue the DC Star series. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Bookmas Day 5. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope I'll see you for Bookmas Day 6. Bye!